Peace, diehards. It's your boy, Ewu, the Andy Star, host of the Dynamics Podcast. We're kind of going back to back now for those that have been watching me on Sportscaster. I talked about Dolan a few minutes ago. Now we're going to talk about Frank Bryan Ntilikina. Did you know his middle name was Brian? I just found that out today, man. So anyway, this is Ewu, the Andy Star. I'm going to be talking about Frank, man. I got something that I think that no one's even thinking about right now because, anyway, let's just get into it. Yeah, once again, shout out to everybody on Sportscaster. Once again, shout out to people on Twitter and Facebook. They're watching live now as well. So anyway, we're gonna be talking about Frank, man. So the big thing about Frank is that he's a young guy, he's a kid, he's blah 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 blah. They're not developing him correctly, and this coach didn't do that. He played for how many coaches now? This coach is doing it. So many excuses that has to do with Frank Ntilikina. So anyway, whatever you want to say about the kid, whatever. We're now approaching his fourth season. That gives me indigestion. Fourth season. He's played 3 NBA seasons, man. So let's not let's just cut to the chase here. I'm gonna share his basketball reference thing here on the screen. So well, for those that are watching at home, you can see the whole stats here. We're gonna get into this. Frank Ntilikina is from France, 6'4". Remember he was 6'7". They were saying he's 6'7" now. He because he's so young, he's still growing, right? All this BS, man. Shout out to him being a Leo because I'm a Leo. He was born in Belgium. I'm just throwing out a bunch of BS out here. NBA debuted October 19, 2017. 2017 draft. We already know that we should have drafted Donovan Mitchell, whoever else you think we should have drafted. Anyway, this is what I'm trying to get at here. 3 years in the NBA. Okay, you can't get around this, man. He just look at his stats, every time you talk about Frank Ntilikina, for me personally, if you're not showing up on the stat sheet, that means that you're not a good basketball player. You know what I'm saying? You can say whatever you want to say. I remember he stuck up for himself against LeBron. It was such a big thing, Cantor and all this other stuff. It was so great, right? But I mean, fast forward now, 3 seasons past. Have you seen any improvement in his game? How do you measure improvement? So I'm just going to talk about the stats for whatever. I've said this so many times on my podcast, but just look at these stats, man. The points say one story. He's supposed to be a defensive guy. Look at his stats for defense. Look at the blocks and look at the steals. Okay, he's supposed to be a point guard. Look at the assists. The assists is probably like his best stat. As far as where his minutes are. His minutes has been around 20 minutes a game. It's not because they're not playing him. It's not because they're not giving him minutes that he deserves. He doesn't deserve the minutes. Look at his field goal percentage. 36%, 33%, 39%. He can't even hit 40% from the field. Look at his 3-point percentages. 31%, 28%, 32%. You know what I'm saying? That's atrocious for an NBA basketball player. He should be at least 36. 36 to at least to get close to the league average. He's below league average in 3-point percentage. Look, go to free throw. Free throw is probably like the only thing that he really improved in. So I mean, that shows that he can improve his jump shot. But I mean, 3-point shooting is so important now in the NBA because Stephen Curry and the kid down in Atlanta and whatever. It's so sexy to be a 3-point shooter. They want the big man to shoot threes. Mitchell Robinson's supposed to be shooting the corner 3 now and all this other stuff. But I mean, let's get to everything else. He's 6'4", supposed to be 6'7", because he's still growing. Look at the rebounds, man. 2 rebounds a game. I don't care about the 21 minutes per game. If you're good, that rebounding stuff should be a little bit higher than that. Those assists. I'm fine with the assists, but all these other stuff should be a little bit higher than that for somebody that's supposed to be an elite defender, elite level player in that way. Look at those points per game, man. I didn't even get to the free throw attempts, but look at the free throw attempts. 1 a game for his career, less than 1 a game. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Somebody that's 6'4" as a point guard. You mean to tell me that this guy can't even can't even get to the foul line? I mean, what are you talking about? For all those people that like are Frank Ntilikina supporters and stuff like that, like, what are you talking about? What are you looking at? Okay, cool. His importance on the game, his impact on the game is not going to be found on the stat sheet. That's what people say when you talk about his stats and stuff like that. Okay, cool. His defense or whatever. Who has he stopped? Who has he stopped? Let's just go. I got a comment here. Let's see where this comment is coming from. We got the Knicks Community Podcast. My man Aiden is here. So I'll put him on the screen there. He said, "E-Rule, it's like when I found out that JR's name was Earl. Yeah, he's actually Earl Jr. That's JR Smith. So anyway, that's the Bryan. That's a shout out to Bryan Ntilikina. Lord have mercy. I'd rather call him Bryan because I mean, this Frank the Tank and and all this other stuff that people want to say. I'd rather call the kid Bryan because he seems like a Bryan. Shout out to anybody that's named Bryan. But Bryan seems like a soft name or whatever. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, like people want to say that his impact on the game doesn't show up on the stat sheet, right? So that might be true, but who has he stopped? They bring up James Harden. Oh, he stopped James Harden. He locked him down or whatever. And so various other players that people want to mention. Oh, he locked him down for some percent of the game, whatever. So if he played him the whole game, he wouldn't have had the whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because James Harden, I believe that night he had like freaking like 1,000 points that night, almost broke the Garden record. But thank God he didn't do it because that's just annoying. You know what I'm saying? But you don't break the Garden record and have one of the greatest defenders in the NBA on your team. It's just a bunch of bullshit. What are you saying here, Aiden? Jump on here. You can argue he stopped Luka. All right, man. You're my guy. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't stop Luka. Okay, like he did make a defensive play where he made him lose the ball that one time. Dwayne Wade, he also did the same thing to Dwayne Wade. But we're talking about isolated plays. We're not talking about something that he's impacting the game in such a way that you have to play him. You know, like he doesn't do anything that forces you to want to play him heavy minutes. You want to talk about players from back in the days, Alvin Robertson. The steal and one of the NBA steals leaders and stuff for one of the guys that are league like history wise league leaders in steals. Um, you know, he impacted the game defensively. John Starks is another guy that didn't really get a lot of steals. He still got decent amount of steals, but he impacted the game defensively. Derek Harper, all these different guys that we have. Charlie Ward is another guy that wasn't a big stat guy. He didn't get a lot of points, whatever. But he still did what a point guard's supposed to do. He still was steady, efficient. He still whatever he did showed up on a stat sheet still. 36. But if you go to the 30-minute stat, 36 minute stat, Charlie Ward's numbers were respectable for an NBA point guard. He split time with Chris Childs. Chris Childs is another one that his stats, the stuff that he did showed up in his stat sheet. You know what I'm saying? But if a guy is so good, whatever, then it should just be without a shadow of a doubt, that he's good or whatever. So I mean, this I've talked about it so much. This is like the ongoing argument on Twitter. But this is why I'm here. I'm here because Frank, this is his 4th year, right? So you want to talk about development and stuff like that? We got another draft coming with a very important pick, number 8 and whatever. And we have the 27th pick, and we also have the 38th pick this year. Next year we got 2-3 more picks next year, and a couple other things too. We got the Dallas picks and stuff like that. We have guys that are coming into this team that need development. Who's gonna help expedite that development? Your 4-year veteran, longest tenured Nick. The dude has been here for going on 4 years now. He's the one that's gonna need to expedite this rebuild as far as bringing up the young guys. I know he's a young guy himself, but 21 years old. He was 21 years old last year. When is his birthday? The 28th. All right, so he just turned 21. At the end of next season, he'll be 22. So when does it end? When does it end? At a certain point, these guys are gonna have to develop themselves. They're gonna have to wake up. You got to be a man. You have to wake up and be a man. What is it gonna take for the dude to step up and be an NBA player? Either you got it or you don't. There's so many players out there that I could think of that I feel they didn't get their shot. Like I don't know why Jimmy Fredette is not in the NBA. I know he doesn't play defense, but the dude could score, he could shoot. Why isn't he in the NBA? There's so many other different players that I could just pull out the sky that don't get the same opportunity that Frank Ntilikina is getting. I just don't understand what the love affair is with this kid. Now, I say all that to say that like I said, he's 21. Maybe he needs to grow up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he needs to get away from his country, get used to the United States. Maybe he needs to go back to his country just to talk to his people. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he just needs to grow as a human being. Kevin Knox is another guy that seems like he's just a bugged out dude that's just immature, that just needs to become a man. So I mean, I'm all for waiting for a guy to develop, but I mean, this is the NBA. The shelf life for an NBA player is not that long. We got guys that like Melo and LeBron and Chris Paul. These guys are freaks of nature. 35 years old, still playing a high level basketball. 37 years old, or whatever the hell these age these guys are. Look at Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade, the last few years of his career, he was like dragging his body. He just was extending it because his peers were still playing. So it's the pressure for guys to still play when their time is past already. You know what I'm saying? So these guys are freaks of nature. So I mean, like a guy like Frank Ntilikina at his height, whatever, like Derek Harper played. I want to say like till he was like 34 or something like that. But he was like a shell of himself by the time he got that age. You know what I'm saying? So 21, we're talking about like another 10 years or so before the guy starts really to the decline and stuff like that. But if you want to talk about decline, when the hell do you come up? When is he gonna come up? In the meantime, let's say we get lucky and we get Lonzo Ball. Then what the hell happens with Frank? Let's say if we just get like Killian Hayes. Killian Hayes might be available at the 8th pick. You don't know. Halliburton. I don't like Halliburton, but Halliburton might become the rookie of the year. We don't know. The guys haven't played the game yet. So let's say if we get somebody like that and they become the rookie of the year, then what happens with Frank? Are we going to be crying about the development of Frank, or are we just going to push up the guy that really deserves to play? Oh man. So anyway, I don't want to. I see Aiden going crazy here. Let me see what you're saying here. Yeah, you the man. I just love Aiden, man. I can hear your voice, So let's put some of the stuff up here. It might be I'm sold on Okoro for the 8th pick. Okay, Okoro could be there, but who's going to teach Okoro? He's a NBA defender. He's going to be looking for somebody his age to latch onto. That's got to be Frank. You got 4 years in the NBA now. These young guys are going to be looking for somebody to talk to. It's got to be Frank, but Frank is the one that's still being developed. We have to get somebody here to teach Frank. So how is Frank helping the team? But if he's still trying to learn his way in the NBA, what's going on here? You're talking about a player crumbling under pressure that comes with it. The thing with Frank is not really so much about pressure. It's just that I just don't know. Something's going on with it in the kid in his head, man. It's like he has a learning disorder or something like that, or performance anxiety, or I don't know. Or maybe he just feels like, yeah, I'm young. I'm still developing. He still talks that way. It's like, bro, you're 21 years old, fam. You're in the clubs. You know what I'm saying? Like you out there sliding in people's DMs and putting your wee everywhere. OUI, to keep it PG. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, when do you step up? This is a young boys league, man. This is his time to shine. When are you gonna do it? You know what I'm saying? You can go through like history, all different players, whatever. It takes everybody different times to develop. But at least you see signs to the effect that you feel like, okay, this guy is the real deal. You get that with Frank. You get that with his defense. Not so much offense. Every once in a while, maybe he might dunk it or whatever. But it's like, yo, I never seen people get so happy about somebody dunking a basketball. I mean, everybody could dunk the basketball in the NBA. I just don't get it. Like these workout videos, like, wow, look at him, he's really putting in that work. I mean, they all are putting in that work. You can't just show up to an NBA game and play it. These guys are working out. Everybody has trainers. Everybody has shooting coaches and stuff like that. Like big men know they have to shoot the three, so they're out there doing extra work shooting threes now. Everybody knows they got to get their conditioning up because you can't touch guys anymore. You can't play around. You have to be limber. You have to move your feet. This is what's going on. So I just don't see. I don't understand. I just don't understand. So anyway, like the hot take I'm trying to get across here is that in year 4, you should not be still talking about developing an NBA player. At year four, that year four, that guy is tenured, and he should be aiding in developing the young guys that are coming in. You know, if we draft a point guard, we need Frank Ntilikina to mentor this guy coming in. Okay, regardless if the person that we draft is older than Frank, it doesn't matter. If we get what's the dude Obi Toppin. Let's say if Obi Toppin falls to us, which you probably won't. But I'm just saying for the age purpose, Obi Toppin is older than Frank right now. But Obi Toppin's never played in the NBA. So guess who's going to be the mentor? Frank. You know what I'm saying? I could say the same argument with Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox now at this point, you've been in the NBA like 2 years now. This is going to be your third season. These rookies coming in are going to be looking to you for leadership. You know what I'm saying? The coaches are going to say, "Hey, Frank Knox, you know, you got to say something. You got to help. You got to help. This is an NBA basketball team. It's not like everybody just got it twisted, man. It's not about development. Like I don't know when that happened, but you want to talk about Kevin Garnett, Kobe Bryant, all these different guys or whatever. They came in from high school and stuff like that. They were just different guys, That's why they were able to play so well at a young age. They were just like strong-minded players. So to be that young and whatever, and you want to talk about developing and stuff like that, these guys were self-driven. They know what they want, and they went for it. So they believed in themselves and in their skill set, their work ethic, and they improved and they just got there. When is Frank going to get there? When is he going to get there? So anyway, let's show my beautiful face here. I'm not sweating. I'm not drinking. I'm just stating, trying to state some facts and trying to just show some, I don't know. I gotta be the voice of reason when it comes to Bryan, man. Man, if Knox can develop, let me show you man. If Knox can develop under Thibs, then he has to go, I think. Right now with Thibodeau. Thibodeau is a professional basketball coach. Everyone that talks about Tibbs says that his teams are going to be prepared. He's a Pat Riley disciple. Jeff Van Gundy, Stan Van Gundy, all these different guys. Spoelstra? What do you say about these guys? They all always have their teams prepared. Guys are going to be in shape. He's going to practice the hell out of you, run you out the gym, But when the games come, you're not going to worry about guys not being in shape. You're not going to worry about guys not being where they're supposed to be. You're not going to worry about guys being surprised, because of defensive assignments and stuff like that. Because Tom Thibodeau's going to do that work. The game plan is going to be set up to the play where everyone knows everything. You know what I'm saying? So we can't have no weak links, man. So if a guy like Frank, if a guy like Knox is not up to par, then guess what, fam? The next man up. Shout out to guys like Bryan, what's the guy, Jared Harper. Shout out to guys like Iggy Brazikas, and shout out to all these draft guys that might come in, and shout out to the guys that we might sign. These are all guys coming in. Whoever comes in, you better be ready to work, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of the development conversation. The development conversation for me is over. I'm not developing nobody. Mitchell Robinson, I don't want to forget about him too. Yo, I see you going in between the legs with your cousins. And some rinky-dink gyms that look like you that you should not be there. Playing against fat guys with do-rags on and wife beaters. Like, what the hell is going on here? Like, are you serious? I had an argument too. Let's talk about that. I had an argument too. Basically, I was trolling the guys. Giving them, I baited them into this conversation because I said, listen, what if we was to draft this guy? See now, and I can't think of the guy's name. What if we was to draft the center that's supposed to be like the top guy? I can't get his name right now. But what if we was to draft him, and what would we do with Mitch? How fast would it take you to trade Mitch? So everyone comes to defense. Nah, why would we trade Mitch? You don't trade talent away like that. You could just have Mitch come off the bench. Is Aiden helping me out here? There you go, James Wiseman. Thank you. So James Wiseman, if you got James Wiseman on the team, how fast would you trade Mitch? They're saying that Mitch could come off the bench and be so if you say that, that means that you think Mitch is a center by committee kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you went in draft Wiseman if Mitchell Robinson played like Wiseman. Mitchell Robinson got to 70% from the field or whatever because he's a rim runner, alley oops and this that and the other dunking. But he doesn't do drop steps, no spin moves, no turnaround shots, no 3-point shot yet. Wiseman does it all. Wiseman does all of it, and Wiseman got the weight on him already. So Wiseman's development is not going to be so much. He's going to be like Aiden that's on Phoenix. He's going to be like him. Come in. He might come in already averaging close to 15-20 points per game. You know what I'm saying? Because he has that skill set already. He could do things. He could drive. He could take you off the dribble, step back jump shots, turn around jump shots, hook shots. He has it all. Spin moves in the lane. He has it. He has everything already. He doesn't have to. That doesn't have to be developed in him. What has to be developed is just him getting used to the NBA in general. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's like, what are we talking about here? Everyone, is just so hypnotized by the word development. Yeah, man. So shout out to Aiden, man, for helping me out with that James Wiseman thing. Let's take a look at a sportscaster again. Let's see who's here now, man. We got a lot of guys in now, man. We got the Knicks KNYCKS. I recognize you from Instagram, man. Shout out to you. What's up, man? What's going on? We got Pat's Rule Jam. We got Jane Doe. Jane Doe started following me on Sportscast. Thank you very much. We got Pat's Rule, just gave me 50 tickets. We got King E 161. Frank shoots over 50% from the corner. Whatever. He shoots 50% from the corner, but he barely shoots doesn't even shoot 30% from three. I don't really know what you're talking about there. With all due respect, sorry about the tone. But Jane Doe also gave 100 tickets. We got Dr. John B. He gave 50 tickets as well. Yeah, Baby is on here. Young Baby started following me. Thank you very much. We Knicks all day. He popped in. What's good with you? Yeah, Knicks all day. You've been I saw you on the chat in one of my previous videos, man. Shout out to you. Thanks for tuning in again. So anyway, I just don't want to hear it. I just don't want to hear anything about Frank's development. I don't want to hear about a certain spot on the floor where he shoots 50%, where he shoots 20% from the 30, below 40% from the field and 20-something% from three, but only one spot on the floor he shoots 50%. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Show and prove, man. Because somebody else is going to come in and take a spot. Let's say the guy might already be on the team, might be already on the roster, or the guy might be coming in right now as a draft pick. So it is what it is, man. So thanks guys for tuning in on Sportscaster. Thank you, my boy Aiden, man. We're gonna be seeing Aiden Donahue with the Knicks Community Podcast. We're gonna be seeing him a lot on the Die Knicks Podcast show, man. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to the MBK fam, nothing but Knicks fam. We're gonna be doing stuff too, man. So yo, man, it is what it is. E with any star, 4 fingers to the forehead, tucking the thumb, salute. That's what you do when you see a diehard, man. And we out, man. Peace. See you in the next one.